ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। ॐ निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। ॐ समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। समस्त भागवताचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुनिये शौनकादृशिभ्यो अत्र्यादृशिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादृशिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तेभ्यो मत्स्यादवतारेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमः। ओं श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती स्वरूप श्री आदिपराशक्ति मात्रे नमः। माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। आद्य शंकराचार्यवर्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओं श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। कृष्ण भगवत् परब्रह्म श्रुतिमातु अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्म वैदिक संस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्तिकल्याणार्थं साधक भक्त धर्म रक्षकाणां च शक्तिप्राप्त्यर्थं विघ्ननिवारणार्थं च श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणस्य नवमस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् एकादशस्कन्धस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणं 16th over 17th chapter of 9th skandha, in which the kings of Chandra Vamsha are explained. Any important king, little more elaborate, otherwise the Vamsha Parampara is being given to us. In the Surya Vamsha was Bhagavan Rama, Chandra Vamsha is Bhagavan Krishna. Slowly concluding this chapter in next 7 chapters, this skandha, we go to that Dashama Skandha Krishna Avatara. Let us chant, it is a small chapter. Om Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Parayanam Namaskandha Atha Saptadashodhyayaha Shri Badarayinirvacha Yah Pururavasah Putraha Ayutasya Bhavan Sutaha Nahushaha Kshatra Vruddhascha Rajirambhascha Viryavan Anena iti Rajendra Shrunukshatra Vrudhonvayam Kshatravrudhatanu Sutasyasan Suhotrasyatmajastrayah Kashyah Kusho Grutsamadaha iti Grutsamadadabhotu Shunakaha Shaunako Yasya Bahurucha Pravaro Munihi Kashyasya Kashihi Tatputraha राष्ट्रो दीर्घतमः पिता धन्वन्तरिर्दीर्घतमसः आयुर्वेद प्रवर्तकः यज्ञभुग्वासुदेवांशः स्मृतमात्रार्तिनाशनः तत्पुत्रः केतुमान् अस्य जज्ञे भीमरथस्ततः दिवो दासोद्युमांस्तस्मात् प्रतर्दन इति स्मृतः स एव शत्रुजित् वत्स ऋतध्वज इति ऋतः तथा कुवलयाश्वेति प्रोक्तोऽलर्कादयस्ततः षष्टिवर्षसहस्राणि षष्टिवर्षशतानि च नालर्कादपरो राजा बुभुजे मेदिनीं युवा अलर्कात् सन्ततिस्तस्मात् सुनीथोऽथ सुकेतनः धर्मकेतुः सुतस्तस्मात् सत्यकेतुरजायत धृष्टकेतुः सुतस्तस्मात् सुकुमारः क्षितीश्वरः वीतिहोत्रस्य भर्गोतः भार्गभूमिरभून्नृपः इति मे काशयो भूपाः क्षत्रवृद्धान्वयायिनः रम्भस्य रभसः पुत्रः गम्भीरश्चाक्रियस्ततः तस्य क्षेत्रे ब्रह्मजज्ञे शृणुवंशमनेन सह शुद्धस्ततः शुचिस्तस्मात् त्रिककुद्धर्मसारथिः ततः शान्तरयो जज्ञे कृतकृत्यः स आत्मवान् रजेः पञ्चाशतान्यासन् पुत्राणाम् अमितौजसां देवैरभ्यर्थितो दैत्यान् हत्वेन्द्राया ददाद्दिवम् इन्द्रस्तस्मै पुनर्दत्वा गृहीत्वा चरणौ रजेः आत्मानमर्पयामास प्रह्लादाद्यरिशङ्कितः पितुर्युपरि ते पुत्राः याचमानाय नो ददुः त्रिविष्टपं महेन्द्राय यज्ञभागान् समाददुः गुरुणा हूयमानेऽग्नौ बलभित्तनया रजेः अवधीद्भ्रंशितान् मार्गात् न कश्चिदवशेषितः कुशात् प्रतिः क्षात्रवृद्धातु सञ्जयस्तत्सुतो जयः ततः कृतः कृतस्यापि जज्ञे हर्यवनो नृपः सह देवस्ततो हीनः जयसेनस्तु तत्सुतः संकृतिस्तस्य च जयः क्षत्रधर्मा महारथः क्षत्रवृद्धान्वया भूपाः शृणु वंशं च नाहुषात्। ओम इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां नवमस्कन्धे सप्तदशोऽध्यायः। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Should we chant some more shlokas? How big is the next one? Uh-huh. Mm. 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 चैंट अथ अष्टादशोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच यतिर्ययातिः संयातिः आयातिर्वियतिः कृतिः षडिमे नहुषस्यासन् इन्द्रियाणीव देहिनः राज्यं नैच्छत् यतिः पित्रा दत्तं तत्परिणामवितो यत्र प्रविष्टः पुरुषः आत्मानं नावबुध्यते पितरिभ्रंशिते स्थानात् इन्द्राण्याधर्षणात् द्विजैः प्रापिते जगरत्वं वै ययातिरभवन् नृपः तत् चतसृष्वादिशद्दिक्षु भ्रातॄन् भ्राताय वीयसः कृतदारो जुगोपोर्वीं काव्यस्य वृषपर्वणः राजोवाच ब्रह्मर्षिर्भगवान् काव्यः क्षत्रबन्धुश्च नाहुषः राजन्यविप्रयोः कस्मात् विवाहः प्रतिलोमकः। श्रीशुक उवाच एकदा दानवेन्द्रस्य शर्मिष्ठा नाम कन्यका सखी सहस्रसंयुक्ता गुरुपुत्र्या च भामिनी देवयान्या पुरोद्याने पुष्पितद्रुमसङ्कुले व्यचरत्कलगीताळि नलिनी पुलिने बला ता जलाशयमासाद्य कन्याः कमललोचनाः तीरेण्यस्य दुकूलानि विजह्रुः सिञ्चतेर्मिथः वीक्ष्य व्रजन्तं गिरिशं सह देव्या वृषस्थितं सहसोत्तीर्य वासांसि पर्यधुर्व्रीडिताः स्त्रियः शर्मिष्ठा न अजानाति वासो गुरुपुत्र्याः समव्ययतो स्वीयं मत्वा प्रकुपिता देवयानीदमब्रवीत् अहो निरीक्ष्यताम् अस्या दास्याः कर्म ह्यसाम्प्रतम् अस्मद्धार्यं धृतवती शूनीव हविरध्वरे यैरिदं तपसा सृष्टं मुखं पुंसः परस्य ये धार्यते यैरिह ज्योतिः शिवः पन्थाश्च दर्शितः यान् वन्दन्त्युपतिष्ठन्ते लोकनाथाः सुरेश्वराः भगवानपि विश्वात्मा पावनः श्रीनिकेतनः वयं तत्रापि भृगवः शिष्योऽस्यानः पितासुरः अस्मद्धार्यं धृतवती शूद्रो वेदमिवासते एवं शपन्तीं शर्मिष्ठा गुरुपुत्रीम् अभाषत वृषाश्वसन्तुरङ्गीव धर्षिता दष्टदच्छदा आत्मवृत्तमविज्ञाय कथसे बहुभिक्षुके किं न प्रतीक्षसे स्माकं गृहान् बलिभुजो यथा एवं विधैः सुपरुषैः क्षिप्त्वाचार्यसुतां सतीं शर्मिष्ठा प्राक्षिपत्कूपे वासश्चादाय मन्युना तस्यां गतायां स्वगृहं ययातिर्मृगयां चरन् प्राप्तो यदृच्छया कूपे जलार्थे तां ददर्शः दत्त्वा स्वमुत्तरं वासः तस्यै राजा विवाससे गृहीत्वा पाणिना पाणिम् उज्जहारदयापरः तं वीरमाहौषनसि प्रेम निर्भरया गिरा राजन्स्त्वया गृहीतो मे पाणिः परपुरञ्जय हस्तग्राहो परो मा भूतु गृहीतायास्त्वया हि मे एष हि शकृतो वीर सम्बन्धो नौन पौरुषः यदिदं कूपमग्नाय भवतो दर्शनं मम न ब्राह्मणो मे भविता हस्तग्राहो महाभुज कचस्य बार्हस्पत्यस्य शापाद्यमशपं पुरा यातिरनभिप्रेतं दैवोपहृतमात्मनः मनस्तु तद्गतं बुद्ध्वा प्रतिजग्राह तद्वचः गते राजनिसावीरे तत्र स्मरुदति वितुः न्यवेदयत् ततः सर्वम् उक्तं शर्मिष्ठया कृतं दुर्मना भगवान् काव्यः पौरोहित्यं विगर्हयन् स्तुवन् वृत्तिं च कापोतीं दुहित्रासययौ पुरात् वृषपर्वातमाज्ञाय प्रत्यनीकविवक्षितं गुरुं प्रसादयन् मूर्ध्ना पादयोः पतितः पथि क्षणार्धमन्युर्भगवान् शिष्यं व्याचष्ट भार्गवः कामोऽस्याः क्रियतां राजन् नैनां त्यक्तुमिहोत्सहे तथेत्यवस्थिते प्राह देवयानी मनोगतं पित्रा दत्ता यतो यास्ये सानुगाह्यातु मामनु स्वानां तत्सङ्कटं वीक्ष्य तदर्थस्य च गौरवं देवयानीं पर्यचरतु श्रीसहस्रेण दासवतो नाहुषाय सुतान् दत्त्वा सह शर्मिष्ठयोशना तमाह राजन् शर्मिष्ठाम् आधास्तल्पेन कर्हिचितो विलोक्यौशनसीं राजन् शर्मिष्ठा सुप्रजां क्वचिदो तमेव वव्रे रहसि सख्याः पतिमहृतौ सती ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. All these Chandravamsha Rajas stories, so many, as we saw yesterday, day before, all these tell how big, how long is the Srishti and the Rajas, Maharajas from the time eternal going on coming. So neither we are new nor we what we do is great. So in the Srishti it is going on happening. If all these stories have become part of Bhagavata, means what they want to convey are ki whatever outside happens goes on happening, but what counts, what is important is each of the jiva inside how much he has traveled in his own adhyatmika sadhana. That is what counts. But in that inner effort of inner journey, outer life also has its own influence positively as well as negatively. So, avoiding the negative things which negatively influence, doing all the positive which influence positively. We have to go on living life dynamically, negotiating with all the situations which the world or the destiny provides. So, same thing continues for you and I also. The so total samashti jagat as decided by Bhagavan goes on expressing what it has to express time to time. As a part of it, we are also thrown or sent from one place to the other, one womb to the other, one body to other, one life to other, one situations to other. In and through all those, our being sent to one place to other, whether we are working under the influence only of vasanas as a jiva, or are we gaining and using the knowledge is spiritual, that's what matters. And what about others we don't know, but for our so about our own selves we can be mindful and concerned. In that mindfulness and concern, maybe which life we don't know, we started our journey spiritual also along with the outer life of prarabdha. Now we are in this body in this life. Now, what matters is at this moment how much my mind and intellect are convinced and feeling for the spiritual sadhana, how many clarities of sadhanas are known to me, along with the siddhi or the goal, how much I am walking. That matters in the present and that decides the future too. So, all these stories of any of the Puranas where the Charitra of the Vamshas are given, because Bhagavatas Lakshanas are that Sargaha, Visargaha, Vamshaha, Vamshanucharitam, and then Manvantarani. These are the five topics of all Purana. Bhagavata has got five more topics. So, why we have to study all of them is only to come to this type of understanding. And then what goes into history if we do something absolutely bad or absolutely good, that becomes prerana or inspiration to the subsequent generations. That is what the legacy we behind. But what goes with us is what we have done for our own sadhana. So let us more and more focus on that. That is why we are studying Upanishads to become confirmed about the final goal of Brahma Vidya. That is why we are studying the Puranas and Itihasas to see that many of the jivas through sadhana became sadhakas and again having done sadhana reached the siddhi. And that is why we are studying the Yoga Adi Sutras, in which as a part of sadhana, how we have to maintain, manage our inner life, inner world as well as the outer one. So all this put together is maturity. And this is the way or the path to go beyond Maya, to go beyond bondage, into Paramatma, into liberation. Any other thinking which the mind can do, any other emotions, thinking which the intellect can do, all emotions which mind can have, all perceptions the body can do, or senses, all the actions the body can do, other than this thing is called entering into more and more Maya, entering into more and more samsara. Let us never forget this thought. For that only all this study and talks we are doing. Having said so, we will just enter into our daily Bhagavata Adhyayanam. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Suta Sharanam Mama, Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Kumar, Shri Narada Sharanam Mama, Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama, Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama, Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam, Pangum Langhayate Girim, Yatkrupatamaham Vande, Paramananda Madhavam, Swarge Satye Cha Kailase, वैकुंठे नास्त्यं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामा मुञ्चत कर्हिचित ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओं श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ एकोनत्रिंशोऽध्यायः श्री उद्धव उवाच. Why not chant once more? Verse number 37. Vidravito moha mahandhakarah ya ashrito me tava sannidhanat vibhavasoh kimnu samipagasya sheetam tamobhihi prabhavantyajadya pratyarpito me bhavatanukampina bhrutyaya vijnanamaya pradipah हित्वा कृतज्ञस्तव पादमूलं कोऽन्यत् समीयाच्छरणं त्वदीयम् वृक्णश्च मे सुदृढः स्नेहपाशः दाशार्ह वृष्ण्यन्धकसात्वतेषु प्रासारितः सृष्टिविवृद्धये त्वया स्वमायया ह्यात्मसुबोधहेति न नमोऽस्तु ते महायोगिन् प्रपन्नमनुषाधिमां यथा त्वच्चरणाम्भोजे रतिः स्यादनपायिने श्रीभगवानुवाच गच्छोद्धवमयादिष्टः बदर्याख्यं ममाश्रमं तत्र मत्पादतीर्थोदे स्नानोपस्पर्शनैः शुचिः ईक्षयालकनन्दायाः विदूताशेषकल्मषः वसानो वल्कलान्यङ्ग वन्यभुक् सुखनिस्पृहः तितीक्षोर्द्वन्द्वमात्राणां सुशीलः संयतेन्द्रियः शान्तः समाहितधिया ज्ञानविज्ञानसंयुतः मत्तोऽनुशिक्षितं यत्ते विविक्तमनुभावयन् मय्यावेशितवाक्चित्तः मद्धर्मनिरतो भव अतिव्रज्य गतेस्तिस्रः मामेष्यसि ततः परम् श्रीशुक उवाच स एव मुक्तो हरिमेधसोद्धवः प्रदक्षिणं तं परिसृत्य पादयोः शिरोनिधायाश्रुकलाभिरार्द्रद्धिः न्यषिञ्च तद्वन्द्वपरोऽप्यपक्रमे सुदुस्त्यज स्नेहवियोगकातरः न शक्नुवन्स्तं परिहातुमातुरः कृच्छ्रं ययो मूर्धनि भर्तृपादुके बिभ्रन्नमस्कृत्य ययौ पुनः पुनः ततस्तमन्तरहृदि सन्निवेश्य गतो महाभागवतो विशालां यथोपदिष्टां जगदेकबन्धुना तपः समास्थाय हरेरगाद्गतिं य एतदानन्दसमुद्रसम्भृतं ज्ञानामृतं भागवताय भाषितं कृष्णेन योगेश्वरसेविताङ्घ्रिणा सच्छ्रद्धया सेव्य जगत् विमुच्यते भवभयमपहन्तुं ज्ञान विज्ञानसारं निगमकृदुपजह्रे भृङ्गवद्वेदसारम् अमृतम् उदतितश्चापाययन् भृत्यवर्गान् पुरुषं ऋषभम् आद्यं कृष्णसंज्ञं नतोऽस्मि इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे 39. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Having saluted Bhagavata Acharyas, Bhagavata Bhaktas, Bhagavata Gurus, Bhagavata existing avatars, Krishna Paramatma, Uddhavaji, entire Brahma Vidya Acharyas and Rishis, Munis, Gurus, Devatas, Shrutimata. Let us continue our study of the Shastra, which is the not one of the but the greatest of the endeavors which we can take up for our own evolution, emancipation. Now, in introduction, 3-4 minutes, what we talk is ki if our chitta is in the Shuddha Ekagra Bhumi of what we are studying in morning yoga class, yoga darshanam, if our chitta is in Shuddha Sattva Guna, that means if it is in Swarupa Pratishtha, okay, then with that Swarupa Pratishtita, Shuddha Sattva Guna Yukta Chitta, not troubled by the tamas and rajas to be worldly or to be dull-witted. If that chitta we have, do you know what we visualize in the entire universe? Be attentive. Either is the leela and play of Paramatma or the anubhuti of Paramatma only. At every moment, what is happening in this world is Paramatma is proving his existence, expressing his own leela. Proving his existence, expressing his own leela. Other than these two, there is nothing happening anywhere in the world, inner or outer. This drushti, which is the drushti of actually mukta sthiti, is gained by the one whose heart is antakarana is chitta is shuddha ekagra, shuddha sattvaguni. But now what happens? Our chitta being influenced for whatever the reason so much by the Rajoguna of the Kamadi Vikara, the Tamoguna, the Shokadi, Nidradi, Durguna, instead of seeing the Bhagavat presence, Bhagavat Leela in the world, we are seeing the samsara of giving us sukha and dukkha, creating raga, dvesha, ityadi. So, in this world, from the highest standpoint, what is there? Nothing but the proof of Paramatma's presence as Sachidananda, expression of Paramatma in this Rupa Nama Rupa as a Leela. Other than these two, whatever else is seen is Swayamkruta Ajnanam. Swayamkruta, because of my own Ajnana, because of my own Chitta endowed with so much of Rajas Tamas, I am only projecting the samsara. Otherwise, there is no samsara possible. Therefore, the entire sadhana is to get rid of those obstructions which are there in us, either in the form of vasanas, in the karana sharira, or in the form of the misunderstandings or notions, in the form of the buddhi, in the buddhi, or in the form of delusions in the mind, as well as projections, as well as desires, and also in the form of the greeds and temptations that are in the senses for the objects of the world. Just animals, just for an example, they are in the same world, but do they have any samsara? Same world they are also like we are in. They don't have any samsara because they don't project anything from their mind about this world. Although they are not a Jivan Mukta that way, but half realized they are, at least they don't create samsara. We, not only we don't know Paramatma and Mukti, but we create all the samsara by misusing our own Manabuddhi. Manabuddhi not given to them, therefore they can't be realized. But still Manabuddhi is not there, therefore they don't create samsara. We are given Manobuddhi for knowing the truth and getting liberation. Instead of that, in this most beautiful world, we are creating only samsara. This we have to recognize, little subtle point, difficult to catch. But if we can catch, then we can know what is the problem. Only when diagnosis of problem done, then we can treat it. So the entire Shastras are doing what? Only eliminating all the unwanted doings we have done. So undoing is called spirituality. After that, the being which is there within and without, playing is Leela. Only that we see. At that level, either I am inside, one with the Lord as Parabrahma, or I am outside as one role given person playing my role in the totality, in the scheme of the events, as I am wherever placed. In this scheme of life of playing my own role with my dharma outside. And when that is over, being in my own self, which is one without second with Parabrahma, is there any samsara batao? There's no samsara. But are we in this state of dasoham outside and then soham inside? No. Then where are we? In the samsara of all the struggles, all the anxieties, all expectation, disappointment, dejection, misery. So all this self-created. We have to come out of this self-created samasya. That's called Adhyatmika Jivana. Now, in so many texts by so many gurus, time and again what they are teaching is that only. All the Bhagavata Puranas, every skandha is meant only for us to understand those things through every story. But while speaking me, while listening you, when we have, as said in the beginning, Shuddha Ekagra Chitta, that alone we pursue. Either we pursue the Mukti Jnanam, or we pursue the Sadhana Jnanam, or we pursue the Dharma Jnanam, or we pursue in this world how we have to, in these textbooks, how we have to protect ourselves from falling down. These are the things they are taught, which will be grasping if our chitta is in Ekagra Bhumi. If our Antakarana is not that way, distracted so much with Rajas and Tamas and Kshipta, Muda Vikshipta, whole Bhagavatam we may study 100 times, but not even the literal meaning we register. Forget about the indicated meaning and the knowledge that is given through them, it will never come to our cognition. Now remember how much we, through Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, have to invoke Bhagavad Kripa as well as purify ourselves, so that when we are studying Shastras, or when we are seeing our inner life, or when we are seeing the outer world, we pursue nothing but him and his Leela. Nothing other than that. Yeah. Now, Bhagavan has taught so much to Uddhavji and to all of us. We have gone through, but 1,000 times more we have to study to get the whole digest understanding of all the gist of it and implement it because of whatever the stage we are. That is one thing going on happening. Now, all that is done. Uddhavji has to reply now. He is replying. How many slokas he used in replying is only four. But in those four slokas again, to a Shuddha Antakarana Vyakti, if he dissects every sloka, every line, every word, again what we see in the Shastra through that Shishya, Uddhavji now is so much matured that he says his moha has gone away. He is indicating nothing but the sadhana only. These four slokas teach us the step by step spiritual sadhanas each of us have to do to reach to the ultimate. So, in that angle, if we can have patience and ability to study the slokas, all those things are revealed to us. So, you can see here step by step. First, what we have to do, we have to recognize in what stage of affairs we are. What stage of affairs we are in this 37th shloka told us. Again, I am coming back. Vidravito moha mahandhakaraha याश्रितो मे तव सन्निधानात् विभावसोह किं नु समीपगस्या शीतं तमोभिः प्रभवन्त्यजाद्य. Now it's a very big detailed explanation. I have to take at least 3-4 hours to talk to you on that. But then I with hope that you are tuning and trying to understand what is said. In precise, I try to say. The first thing is we have to observe the state of affairs we are in. In which state of affairs we are in samsara. What are the lakshanas of being in samsara are indicated here. What are they? Shitama, Tamaha and Bhihi. Shitam is what? The restlessness. Is it not? Is there any time peace is there in our life throughout our waking plane and dream plane? Always in the restlessness, agitation of going towards something or running away from something. And the more we are going towards something, we are not able to catch it. We are disturbed. So we are speeding up or we are going behind something else with a disappointment. In the same way, whatever we are going away from, by the time we think we ran away from it and saved ourselves, another another thing is chasing us from which we want to run away. It can be a thing or it can be a person, it can be a relation, it can be a situation, it can be an experience. So all the time we are in running away, running towards mood. Is it not? That is called शीतम. सर्दी वाला वो हमेशा वो कांपता रहता है. Understand, Shita means that. Tamaha, non-apprehension about the goal, about the means, about what is my role in this world, actually what the world it is. Tamaha means total ignorance. Total ignorance in this type of. You may study physics, chemistry, maths and all of them, academics. But where the world came from, where I have come from, what is my role in this world, what exactly everything happening, where do you have to reach out to? इनमें से कौन सा चीज अभी इवन आफ्टर 3 years ऑफ स्टडी ऑफ शास्त्र फट करके कोई भी जवाब दे सकते हैं? बताओ. Immediately after question is asked, still we are in vagueness. That is called as tamas we are in. Even after listening to Shastra so much, if you are not fully in the light of knowledge, of clarity about all these things, what to talk about our own selves if we never study Shastra, and what about others who are never into spirituality at all, how much tamas, ignorance are in. That is called as groping but in darkness. Understand? अंधेरे में तीर मारना, लगा तो लग रहा है, नहीं तो नहीं, लेकिन अंधेरा तो बरकरार. This is called as tamaha. Third one is bhihi. Again, every moment there is bhayam. Janma bhayam, then jara bhayam, roga bhayam, mrityu bhayam, and in between all the bhayams. You know, that the fear of, we said about fear of death, deception, as well as misery, And all the time, in that Vairagya Shatakam of Bhartrahari, as it is said, Bhog me rog bhayam, kula me chuti bhayam, mane dainya bhayam, vitte nrupala bhayam, kaye krutantad bhayam, rupe jaraya bhayam, bale ripu bhayam, vignane vadi bhayam, sarvam bhayam 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 bhayam. Everyone. How much in bhayam a person is there in because of not knowing where will be his next meal? So much is in bhayam, maybe for big different reason. Even a person with crores and crores of bank balance, he has not got this bhayam of next to food. He has some other bhayam, some or the other. Everywhere, don't you see the competition going on? The funny things, are you not observing? एक हफ्ते के लिए he will be the top richest person in India or in the world. After 1 month, somebody else comes. And the one who is in the top has got the fear, yeah, I will topple down, and really topples down, and the other fellow comes and he has fear. Everywhere, what is there? Nothing but bhayam. Bhayam is samsara. Tamaha is ajnanam. Shita is the inner agitations because of raga, dvesha, kama, krodadi, which are making us run, run, run. So the ajnanam leading to the delusory, Shitam called as all disturbances, agitations, leading nowhere but to the bhaya, continuous fear. Fear is worse than mrityu. Is it not? What is the meaning of that life which is endowed with all the time fear, fear, fear? First thing what we have to do is understand the state of affairs, these three. These three are called as the samsara. We are in. Then, do you want to continue? Continue. Is it not? Many choose to continue. What anybody can do. If someone says that no, 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 we want final permanent solution out of it, from it, then for him, he should understand where from all this is happening, whence it is happening, and whence it is happening is time eternal. We can't trace back, and where and what is the reason for it is the first line. The first line is what? Moha Maha Andhakaraha. The Maha Andhakara of the Maha Moha, which we are carrying from many, many lives, that is giving us in every life, like in every day, in every life, same life of Shitam Tamaha Bhihi. Like yesterday I was in Shitam Tamaha Bhihi, today I am in so, it will continue tomorrow. So, like that, like it was in 3 days, in the past, in the present, future lives also, same continues. So, as long as we have Moha Maha Andhakaraha, so long the Shitam Tamo Bhihi samsara continues. So, second thing we have to understand it. What is first? The state of affairs. What is that? Shitam Tamaha Bhihi. Second, you want to continue or come out of it? Answer, if it is come out of it, then trace the reason. The reason is Moha Mahandakara. Means never in any of the lives we have traced the problem to its root and try to find solution. In and through all our work journey, what we were doing is symptomatic curing. Outside, the symptoms, if they are suppressed by some of the painkillers, it is okay. Like that of life we live. Many people do that. हाँ भाई अंदर जाओ डॉक्टर से ऑपरेशन कहेंगे टेस्ट कहेंगे चलो बुखार ही है ना चलो लेट मी टेक नहीं फिर रियली बुखार है तो गया तो लकी but it is because of some inner big problem, let us say. Every disease, every fevers, rubors, scalars are the symptoms to indicate some problem in the body. If he is neglecting that, will not that disease become bigger and bigger, going out of control? We all generally do the symptomatic therapy. When a person does therapy symptomatically, not curatively, by uprooting the root cause, it again and again relapses. The second definition of samsara is this. What is that? For all the problems we have, we are trying to find superficial solutions. Then solutions are appearing to be applied and we are out of problem. By the time we think that problem is over, another problem is coming up. Therefore, it is relaxation only. Every day it is so. Every life it is so. So what is to be done? To go to the root level and eliminate. Clear? Now, what is the root cause? Moha Maha Andakaraha. It is Maha Andakaraha, the bigger than the biggest darkness of not knowing the truth, the reality behind. Because of the ignorance of that, every Mahamoha delusion in the whole world is there, and in the delusory world we are also there. Like a movie is going on, all are in the mood of the movie only. One of them is we also taking that as real and involving in that. When the hero is winning over enemies, our villain is, we clap and whistle and all. When the hero is getting left and right from the villain, we feel sympathized. We are in the moha, mahamoha. We are part of the total world. In the same way, total world is in maha andakara and mahamoha. Where is maha andakara? Not knowing the absolute truth or reality. Therefore, mahamoha taken the whole world as real and running into that. This is the meaning of moha maha andakaraha. So, third step is understood. First is what? Stage of affairs. This one. Second is what? You want to come out of or it not. Third, if you want to come out, trace the reason. Reason is maha moha andakaraha. Now, what to do? Where to start from? The starting is beautiful. This one. What is that because of which moha maha andakara grows continuously? What is that because of which moha maha andakara slowly goes away? We must know. The answer is here. Uddhavji said, second line, Yaha ashrito me tava sannidhanat. As long as by any reasons or every reason or no reason, if you are away from the divine, our moha maha goes on growing, adding to shitam tamo bhihi. Therefore, the solution starts from the sannidhanam of Bhagavan. By whatever the means, as we start nearing to the Paramatma, which is traditionally, which is from our own parents and all, given to us, but we have not taken or we don't want to take. First step of getting redemption from the Shitam Tamobhihi, along with its cause of Mahamoha, is starting to become spiritual, where slowly we are taking the Sannidhi of Paramatma. And all that Sannidhi in the beginning starts with going to a temple, going to a Tirtha Yatra, going to somebody's house when they invite in their house for Satyanarayana Puja or any Havanam. Thereafter, in our own house doing that. And while doing so, the Panditji sometimes tells little of symbolism. Then after listening that, we feel like knowing it more. At the same time, in the city, when Mahatma comes to talk on the Shastra, and your friend is some of the committee member in that group, then he sends a group message, it comes to you also. Then he invites you personally, then out of obligation, you go there. One of the examples I am giving how slowly our Mahamoha removal with going near to Paramatma and being blessed by Paramatma slowly happens. Once we start developing Sannidhana of Bhagwan, एक बार भगवान के नजर में हम गए मानो. व्हाट इज भगवान के नजर में जाना? कि भगवान को ये पता होना है कि हमारे नजर में वो है. Isn't it? Lord will put his eye or drishti on that jiva, he in whose drishti Bhagavan has come. If the jiva or human being never brings Bhagavan into his life, Bhagavan also never worries about that person. That fellow says there's nothing like Bhagavan, everything is accidental, Prakriti is doing. Bhagavan kehte, yeah, everything is accidental, Prakriti is doing. You are not requiring me, so I will not come and disturb you. So when Sannidhanam we start developing with Lord in this way. Some people straight from the beginning consciously, knowingly they do. Many people they don't know, like you and I. Studying Bhagavatadi Shastra, but through this study regularly, in what way we are nearing toward the Lord, we don't know. But the Lord knows it. That faith is enough for us. He knows where to take us. But right now He is giving us this thing to do, in which He and He alone is there, nothing other than Him. Leaving to Him, where will He take us further? Let us do what He is giving us right now to do. See? With the Shraddha we are doing. Therefore, the unfoldment of understanding is happening. Conviction regarding the goal is growing, path is becoming clearer, commitments are taken up for sadhana. स्वामी जी इतने झूठ मत बोलो है कि नहीं? नहीं है क्या? झूठ है कि सच्चे है? लिटिल लिटिल तो हो रहा है. It may take some time, but definitely it will happen if not today. So, Shitam Tamo Bhihi, the Karana is the first line of Moha Mahandakaraha. Recognize it. To come out of it, first thing is Bhagavan Sannidhana. Clear? Is there any ambiguity? See the sadhanas, how Uddhavji, through his answer to Krishna, telling to all of us how it happened. Right from beginning, I was in your Sannidhana. Therefore, your grace and blessings were being on me. Slowly, the Mahamoha was little going away. As the Mahamoha was going away, so closer I was becoming to you. And as I was closer to you, not closer to you, to that extent, शीतम तमो भी धीरे धीरे जा रहा है. और इसी में पूरा आंसर भी है. Totally you are in Sannidhana with Paramatma means becoming one with him. There is no Moha Mahandakara. There is no Shitam Tamo Bhihi. Therefore, Vidravitaha. Hope you are tuning, relating, understanding. In the very first sloka only, samsara, sadhana, siddhi are told. Samsara is Shitam Tamo Bhihi and its Karana is Moha Mahandakara. Sadhana is what? Sannidhanat. What is the Siddhi? Vidravitaha. What is Vidravitaha? The Karana called as Moha Mahandakara. Karana is cause and its effects Karya called as Shitam Tamo Bhihi. He himself is saying. Reverse karo, go away from Sannidhana Paramatma into the world, more and more Moha Mahandakara, leading to more and more Shitam Tamo Bhihi. This is so crystal clear. There is no example needed than our own selves. Whenever we are in front of the Lord through our upasana, puja, is not at that time our mind is freed from the raga, dvesha, kama, krodha of the world, temporary. That means moha is reduced, and don't we see the peace of mind? That is called as no shitam tamobhi. Even though it's for a fraction of seconds or moments, that's a proof to us. Other proof is one, when you go away from God, is not mind filled with raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, then are we not influenced by them, doing some nonsense of papa and adharma? Then is it not giving us shitam tamobhi of the fear, of the darkness, of the restlessness, of all the regrets, guilts, in punishments, humiliations, insults? क्या क्या नहीं हो रहा हमारे जिंदगी में? See how clear Uddhav ji in telling us the problem, its cause, and solution, its effect. विद्रावितो मोहमहान्धकारः ये आश्रितो मे तव सन्निधानात् विभावसो किमनु समीपगस्य शीतं तमोभिः प्रभवन्ति अजाद्य. Okay, now the second level of sadhana. Once we have become little sannidhana to him, as a result we saw little mahamoha andhakara reduced to that extent. When shitam tamobhi is reduced little, it should inspire us. It should create more shraddha in us to continue it more. That's how they give samples. When you take the sample, it is so tasty. और भी दे दो, खाने की चीज भी कहो, कुछ भी कहो. They give the sample. आप खा के देखो कहते हो. Nowadays पता नहीं आजकल क्या है, पोटली खोल कर नहीं देते. But in those days, even now in many kirana and shops, तो ये क्या है, ये मिठाई नया आया है. So कैसा है, अब खा के देखो, he gives it. And you like it, pack करो वो पूरा. So Bhagavan gave a sample to us in the first sloka. Therefore, we are tasting the solution of freedom from Shita Tamobi little bit by the grace of Lord invoked through His Sannidhana. Continue it and continue to such an extent of the ultimate. That ultimate said in the second sloka, first line. What is that? Kampanam and Arpitam. We have exhaustively explained it yesterday and day before. You know, pratyarputo me bhavatanu kampina. So our kampanam means what? Becoming grateful to the Lord for his blessings of removing our dukkha little bit, depending on the upasana sannidhanam we have done. Kampanam here means becoming responsible. Kampanam means becoming sensitive to the Lord's grace. that his krupa helped me to come out some dukkha. Is it not? That kampanam in us should lead for what? Samarpanam. Arpanam. More and more arpanam we have to do of ours to the Lord. And what are the arpanams? Two are the arpanams. One, whatever He gives us, accept without any hesitation or any complaints. And whatever tells us to do according to our position in life, both of the Vyavahara as well as sadhana, through the Shastra and the Guru, exactly that we have to do. That is called as arpanam. Our arpanam means our whole personality arpanam. In our personality, we have buddhi, mana, sharira, indriyani. Is it not? Buddhi's work is knowledge. So we have to be convinced about the knowledge of what Lord told us to do. Our mind should love that only. Our sense organs and body should that only, do that only. That's called as arpanam. Otherwise, how many millions of times we heard this word arpanam, arpanam, but did we ever think what it means? Did we ever try to understand it and do it? मैंने अपने आप को भगवान को अर्पण कर दिया, मतलब क्या है? Have you ever thought of it? मतलब me means my upadhi. So my arpanam to Bhagwan is arpanam of my upadhi to him. What is the meaning of arpanam upadhi to him? Doing what he says, that only. देखो, kampanam and arpanam are our purusharthas. Kampanam is becoming sensitive and acknowledging and grateful to God for whatever He has given us. As a result of our upasanas, whatever done, because of the sannidhana. ये रिलेट करना पड़ता है हमको, बिकॉज बेसिक पॉइंट क्या है, ही इज द गिवर ऑफ एवरीथिंग टू एवरीवन डिपेंडिंग ऑन व्हाट वी डू. इफ दैट इज नॉट क्लियर, then the next steps of spirituality cannot be understood or practiced. So I have gone to the temple, I did puja, dakshina, therefore Bhagavan has blessed me with this naukari or salary or tarakki, etc. Relate it that way. See, whether we accept or not, everything is happening by Bhagavan's grace. Those who doesn't accept, they continue to be nastika. Those who start accepting, they start becoming astika. The astikas accept everything coming to him because of God and because of the good works done. Then he becomes more astika to do more and more things as told by the Lord. Slowly he becomes from the karma yogi to bhakta and upasaka. That's why I said 5-6 days I need to explain all this, or 5-6 hours. Connection between all of these things. So in our life is that kampanam happening more and more. In that kampanam, whatever we have good is given to us by the Lord, of course, because of our doing some punya upasana called as sannidhanam. Then should it not tempt us that let me do more and more so that I can get more and more? And at the highest level, what is that we have to give to the Lord for getting from Him the ultimate? Ultimate is He only. If He has to come to me, what I have to do, I have to give myself to Him. So Dravya Arpana we have done, Dravyam Bhagwan gave. Prema Arpanam we have done, Prema Bhagwan He gave. Jnana Arpana we have done, means we try to know about Him. Jnanam Bhagwan He gave. When we offer ourselves to Him, He gives Himself to us. Be attentive, be careful, be cautious, be conscious, try to catch it. Therefore, I have done the Arpana because of Kampana. And what He has done, He also reciprocated to the Kampanam called as Anukampanam. And He also reciprocated to the Arpanam. What did He do? He did Pratyarpanam. Pratyarpanam is giving. Arpanam. Yat arpitam tat punaha arpitam is called as Pratyarpanam. I gave something to them, then as a reciprocation, He gave something. It's called Pratyarpanam. Or He gave something to you, then you give back something else. That's called Pratyarpanam. Okay. So, what did Uddhava do? Kampita. In that Kampanam, he has acknowledged Bhagavan's grace in everything. Followed by that Kampanam, what he do? Arpanam. He has offered himself to the Lord. That's the meaning. He never ran away when these 26 chapters were given by Krishna. भगवान कल बोलो, परसों बोलो, मुझे वो बुला रहा है, ये सिनेमा में जाना है, वो शादी में जाना है, ये बर्बादी में जाना है. Uddhava never was in any obligation. He was in never other thing. For him, all obligations, all duties, all commitments, all goals were only in front of God. That's what Bhagavan said few shlokas back. तुम्हारे लिए धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चारों मैं ही हूं. That stage we have to reach. We have to keep it as goal. If we don't even take it as goal, then we never reach. We should find where we are going wrong. We are going wrong in only not doing total arpanam of ourselves to God. We are partially doing arpanam. To that extent only, partially the problems are going away, partially sukhas are coming, but not wholly. Totally do the arpanam, total grace comes, total dukkha goes away, total sukha shanti comes. These all calculations, mathematics, we have to understand. And we should know it also, where do we stand today. So Uddhava has kampanam. He is fully sensitive enough, alert enough in his life as to how Bhagavan is continuously blessing him. And the best of the blessings are this only. Before the Lord is leaving this world and concluding his avatara, he has chosen him to give the knowledge. We are more lucky than Uddhava, 100 times more. Why? Uddhava was given only the Bhagavatam 11th skandam. We are given the entire Bhagavatam. We are given Ramayanam. We are given Upanishads. We are given Yoga Darshanam. ये चारा कहाँ दिया भगवान ने उनको? सिर्फ 11वां स्कंद ही पढ़ाया. हम तो उनसे ज्यादा लक्की है. प्रूफ. डोंट से हाँ उद्धव जी लक्की थे, भगवान ने उनको. अरे हम भी उनसे लक्की है, उनसे ज्यादा ही है. If you calculate quantity wise, but the quality of Uddhav ji to receive it, quality of ours to receive it, ours I am including, I am not here Krishna, you are Uddhava, we are all Uddhav only. Clear? We are also blessed by him. And what is the Anukampa of Bhagavan proved as? Kampanam is Uddhav ji's surrender. Anukampa of Bhagavan is what? Kampanam expressed by Uddhava is Arpanam. Anukampa expressed by Bhagavan as Pratyarpanam. In Pratyarpanam, what Bhagavan did? Uddhava ji himself says. What did he say? Ki Bhrutyaya Vijnanamaya Pradipaha Pratyarpitaha. With Anukampa, with Kampanam, when we surrender ourselves to the Lord, what Lord gives us is Vijnanamaya Pradipaha. The fully lit lamp of pure ultimate knowledge with its glory as well as its means to reach. Jnanam, Siddhanta Jnanam. Vijnanam has two meanings. One is Visheshena Jnanam is the practices to convert that Siddhanta Jnanam to Anubhuti. Third, again Vijnanam means having done all the practices, Pakka, the experience for which we have done it at gained is called Vijnanam. And all that Jnanam, Vijnanam are what? Pradipaha, only the light of knowledge. So, Pratyarpito me bhavata anukampina Bhrutyaya. Bhrutya means one. Bhrutya is one जो हाथ जोड़कर भगवान या गुरु या नहीं तो that अपने स्वामी या बॉस के साथ रहते हैं. He is called as Bhrutya. He is more deeper than even दास और सेवक. सेवक बुलाते हो तो आता है. दास जो काम दिया वो करके जाता है. Bhrutya is next only always. So Uddhavaji, by using word not sevaka, not dasa, but bhratya, is indicating to us that if we really want to fully be blessed by God and Guru, not even iota of I and me and mine we should have. That state of mind is called bhrutyatvam. यहाँ तक होता है कि only when that Swami or whoever is the whom we are Bhratya tells us to go and eat food, then only go and eat food. When he tells you are tired, go and sleep, then only we sleep. Otherwise we don't. We are there only for waiting for the orders. That Bhratyata we have to have. It's little subtle for us, difficult for us even to understand and accept. अब practice की बात दे लो, देखें, मैं तो यही मांगता हूँ भगवान गुरु से, हे भगवान आपके चरण में भृत्यत्व का प्रसाद हमको दो, मुझे दो, so that I never become victim of my own ignorance, my own vasanas, my own stupid ahankara, my own buddhi-less buddhi, my own useless mind, my own senses or even body. Let me not be victim of these useless fellows. To that extent, let me be bhritya to you. There are only two things. either become Bhrutya to Bhagavan or become Bhrutya to these koshas. We have not chosen that, then these things pull us towards themselves. We are all gulam to all this. जब चाहे देह कहता है सो जाते हैं, लेजी गधे की तरह बैठ जाते हैं. Senses pull us. You know that example? One man having 5 wives, how they pull him into each direction. We are pulled by these 5 wives of 5 sense organs to all the directions. Slave of the mind with its lusts and passions and greeds and, the gas cylinder LPG. कभी बढ़ता है कभी घटता है. LPG means gas, liquefied petroleum gas. In our Vedantic language, LPG means lust and passion and greed. Continuously, are we not in our mind, the frustrations, the attachments, then the disillusionments, disappointments, all the time in that only. At the mind level and the buddhi, ऑलवेज किसको धोखा दें, किसको हरा दें, किसके बीच में वो आग लगा दें, किसको शत्रु माने, किससे फंस जाए. दिस बेवकूफ बुद्धि, अदर देन दिस वेरिtas searched what is the reality behind all this ephemeral world. We have become slave to that because we have not learned to become the Bhrutya to Bhagavan, Guru and Shastra. देखो बच्चे लोग, देखो यंगस्टर्स, they want full freedom from mother and father. They जबरदस्ती take that freedom only to become slave to their own stupid friends who are only selfish to destroy their life. But do you think they want to listen? They won't. Same are you and me. The Lord, when we become Bhrutya to Him, He will give us the Jnanamaya Pradipa for the permanent solution of all problems. To Him, we don't want to be Bhrutya, but to the world, which is making us Bhrutya all the time and giving us all sorts of misery, उसके लिए हम तो भृत्य बन जाते हैं, दास. If I tell you this, you will not understand. It should come from within you. When I am telling it to you, it will not help me. It should be my realization. More and more, and I become Bhrutya to Bhagavan through Jnanamaya Pradipa, He gives me liberation. If that I am not doing, I will be helplessly the Bhrutya of the Dehendra Manabuddhyadi, and you know what they do with me. Such a great, grand, glorious human life meant for evolution to become one with the divine. We degrade to the animal level, to the Pashu level, to all the level of the Rakshasas and all by doing all sorts of nonsense of Papa and Adharma. अब ये सब नहीं जानना चाहते हैं. स्वामी ये सब गहराइयां मत कह दो, मेरे को होता नहीं, समझ नहीं सकता. See, देखो भाई, प्रॉब्लम इज विथ इग्नोरेंस, सॉल्यूशन इज विथ नॉलेज. I can't help it. All other solutions are superficial, temporary. They will never end your problems permanently. Jnanam is the one which eliminates. That's why through Vidya, Vidya removed Avidya, Janita Moha, Moha Janita Samsara, everything goes away. This is what from the day one we are listening. We will listen this only throughout. We come out of the class and run away, or come out of the Moha, surrender to God by His blessing, get the Vijnana Pradipa, and revel in the joy of knowledge of everything is same self. So, Pratyarpito me bhavata anukampina bhrutyaya vijnanamaya pradipaha. See, understanding all sequence of sadhanas, then what happens after that? Once we have with Kampanam, I have done Arpanam, and Bhagavan became Anukampita and gave us the Pratyarpanam of that Vijnanamaya Pradipa, because of which what happened? The first line, Vidravito Moha Mahandakaraha, totally gone away. Not little by little. So too, Shitam Tamo Bhihi, total gone away. Thus, there is no samsara of Sukha Dukkha, but there is moksha of Ananda, moksha of the Shanti. After that, what to do? Out of gratitude. Is there anything else we do other than holding on to feet of the Lord? Therefore, hitva krutagnaha tava pada moolam kaha anyat samiyat sharanam tadiyam. See, where we started by becoming closer to the Lord through Sannidhanat. And where we have ended up again in the Sannidhanam. भगवान के चरण में जाएंगे संसार से बचने के लिए. भगवान के चरण में जाएंगे परमात्मा को, भगवान को पाने के लिए, और पाने के बाद उनके अलावा कुछ है क्या? नहीं है, इसलिए उसी चरण में रह जाना। सी, like Puja Gurudev, from this whole world of freedom fighting people, lot of what was every time is going on, he went to that Himalayas to his Guru. With whatever the reason he went in the beginning, but he was fascinated by, enchanted by so much that he stayed there. Having stayed there, he gained the knowledge. Having practiced the knowledge, he gained the experience. And that experience, through again theory and practice, he brought to the entire world as long as he was in the Shariram. Is it not? In the same way, Uddhavji says, where to go, Lord? Other place than leaving your feet. If I am really grateful to you for what you have done for me. So, hitva kritagnyah tava padamulam konyat konyat samiyat sharanam tadiyam. This is how in two shlokas entire sadhana is said. Again, the next shloka, one more way of explaining sadhana. No, you have to have the drishti. And the all drishti comes when we continuously study other shastras throughout life every day for as many hours as possible. We expose our buddhi to the shastra jnana. Not anybody saying anything. There may be great Mahatmas. That also helps. We neither deny their greatness nor deny their effectiveness of their teachings. At the same time, we will not give it more importance to than our Shastra. For us, Shastra is ultimate because it is time and again tested by millions of people, millions of the rishis, munis, and all. So we go to the Guru, but that Guru who tells us through Shastra, because Gurus come and go, Shastra is eternal. Otherwise, what happens? You hold on to the Guru, not the Shastra. When the Guru goes away, you left the Guru and Shastra also and Sadhana also back to samsara. Like then our Gurudev आदि ये सब उन्होंने शास्त्र ही हमको बताए, शास्त्र से छोड़कर इधर उधर जाने का रिस्क नहीं लिया उन्होंने. Not that those people who don't talk directly on Shastra are not realized. They are there. Their logic, they're all. But they are endowed with the risk of this thing. But why should we, when we know that when the traditionally, parampara say, through Guru Shishya, the Shastras are a foolproof method, sir. When we know it, why not? Those who don't know the glory of this, those who don't know, have the Shraddha on this, they go that side. But we know the glory of the Guru Shishya Parampara and Shastra Parampara, and we have full Shraddha, and it suits us, we are here. It's my personal. If you like it, you do it. You want to go to every guru and collect anything from them, and with that, if you want to make the building of your own spiritual evolution, you make it. Whether you are here or there, what we want, what we expect or want from you is do your sadhana and reach out. But this is so beautiful, parampara se. When you study shastras, when you see the stories, when you study with bhashyam and the logic and all, it is more secured, more safer. And anyway, when you leave Shastra and listen to somebody, but that buddy also buddy only, no? And what he tells you have to practice means that also is Shastra only. No, already existing this one. Therefore, those who don't follow Shastra, by doing all the great thing, at one place they do mistake of denying the Shastra Parampara. That is why the Gautama Buddha, though he is an avatara, Buddha Bhagavan, yet he denied the Shastra Parampara. Therefore, we have eliminated him from Sanatana Dharma and we don't say he's an avatar. In one parallels. Of course, what Buddha taught, what is Buddhism, they're totally different. Those who have the highest vision, they only understand what he spoke. But then slowly they are went into the hands of so many people and they talk it as if it is against or other than Hinduism only. People converting from Hinduism to Buddhism. See how many lakhs this Ambedkar converted, how many lakhs the Ashoka converted there. It कितने लाखों को इधर से what is the need of conversion when he is this only? So all these later on generation में पूर्ण ज्ञान नहीं होने से इस तरह के गड़बड़ होते हैं. But we only are the witness for that. We only don't get trapped into that. We do what is convinced in our heart. Our conviction is what? Study Shastra regularly as said in that, doing sadhana and the evolution happens. Clear? Now in the next sloka also, Uddhavaji giving to us again tips of sadhana only. What he starts saying, see, Vrukrunaschame me sudrudaha sneha pashaha. दाशार्ह वृष्ण्यन्दक सात्वतेषु प्रासारितः सृष्टिविवृद्धये त्वया स्वमाय्या हि आत्मसुबोधहेतिना. Now when we are in the Sannidhana of the Lord, as said above, and when we really go to that Kampanam and Arpanam of the Lord, when He gives us Vijnanamaya Pradipa, that Vijnana theory and Vijnana practice is like this. What is the clear understanding it is? I am in this world, sent by the Lord. And I am sent by the Lord with all my inner attachments to the world of things and beings. And all of that Bhagavan gave to me only for his work of something to be achieved in the world. Nothing for me. If this clarity is there, then a vision develops that what Lord wants to do through us. When that is done, we clearly understand my job is done of the outer world. Those are not so subtle, then they create their own samsara. That's what I started today's introduction with. If you really carefully are there, in this world only two things are there. One, the dharma which we have to do, for which we are sent here. Second is to go back to the Lord from where we came. Other than these two, everything is our delusion, everything our confusion, misguided by equally deluded and confused people. Ande naiva niyamana yatandaha. Blind guiding blind, blind following blind. So here, see what Uddhava says, very simple meaning. It is your grace because of which my Sudruda Sneha Pasha attachment to all these people is cut asunder. Point 1. True, he said, it is given to me by your own Maya. 3, it is given to me by your own Maya for the sake of Vruddhi of this Vamsha or Srushti Vivruddhaye. No, that job which I have to do, I have done it. No, my job is to reach back you. So I did the Kampanam and Arpanam and Sannidhanam to you. Then you, what did you do? You have blessed me and you have removed the Maya, because of which the need of my attachment to all these people has ended. Therefore, the Sneha Pasha is cut. That means what? The one who is a devotee goes to Guru. And the one who is devotee to Guru listens to Shastra. Then the one who listens to Shastra knows what is the goal. The more is becoming clear about the goal and the inspiration to reach the goal, Guru tells him, first clear off all your outer debts. Once the outer debts are getting cleared, one person, every person, if it is systematically done, at one age of his life, he comes to know that no more I have any obligations, duties for this world. I have done with everything. At that moment, this sentence of Sudruda Sneha Pasha Vruknaha. If we sincerely live our life like with duties, not with attachments, not with fears and all, you should have that guts by the age of 55, 58, 60, 62. You just hand over all business, work, everything to your children. You tell, you are brought up, you are given job, this is bank balance, you manage all that. Now don't disturb me. My job now, obligation is towards the God. That way, stay with your own children only around, but don't get bound by them, don't bind them. Staying there, because if you are somewhere else, they are feared, frustrated, their thoughts will reach you and you will be disturbed. उनके साथ ही रखो, मुझे कमरा दो, कोई समस्या जरूरत है बुलाता हूँ, तब तक don't disturb me. Today's world, we have to do like that. Otherwise, children are in that country, this country, you go there, they come here. ये टेंशन जिंदगी में इसी में चला जाता है. Practical thing I am telling. But Sneha Pasha Vruknaha kar dena. Then again, when you are with the children and all, the obligations come. Then so many things. अब क्या बताऊं संसार, इसलिए पहले जमाने में क्या करते थे, once for all, written out everything दे दिया, बेटा now don't look for me, I'm gone into my spiritual sadhana. Then children also know is pursuing, because they also one day have to grow and they also have to do the same thing one day. So that way, parents through their detachment used to teach the children detachment, which they taught earlier, the responsibilities. Responsibility निर्वाहन करके responsibility अपने बच्चों को सिखाए हुए parents detachment भी करके detachment भी सिखाते थे. At the same time, This detachment is not to be lavishly living a life of licentiousness, like the parents nowadays send the children somewhere for study or they go. Not that they are doing spirituality, they're wasting their time in so bad ways because of their own licentiousness. This detachment from the Sneha Pasha is only for one reason of attaching to Paramatma. Without attaching to Paramatma, we have no right to detach from the world and its seva, else we'll be lost. Na ghar ka na ghat ka. Dhobi ka kutta. You have to be very clear. So here Uddhavji is saying, Bhagavan, for Srushti Vivruddhi, you only have thrown your Maya on me, because of which I had a Pasha Bandhana, Suddhuda Pasha Bandha, not for one, but Dashara, Andaka, Vrishni, Sattvatam. Now you only, because of my kampanam towards you and arpanam to you, have become Anukampita and Pratyarpita, and to give me the Vijnanamaya Pradipa, you only with your grace have removed the Maya, as a result of which my Sneha Pasha is cut. Thank you, O Lord. What happened to Uddhava should happen to us. For that, what Uddhava did, we have to do that. He did Sannidhanam, he did Kampanam, he did Arpitam. As a result of this, from here, if you say, first Bhagavan gives us that clarity of how far and how further not. That's called Sneha Pasha Vruknaha. With that, our life, mind, time are available more and more through the Guru and Shastra and Satsang for the Lord. The more we expose to that, the knowledge as it grows on growing in us, that Shitam Tamo Bhihi keep going away. And the more we do the Pratyarpanam, the final Moha Maha Andakara goes away, and that Vijnanamaya Pradipaha is lit, in whose light we see everything is one truth reality. Not knowing that, out of ignorance, I created such a huge world of samsara and going on into that from millions of lives. ये सब पता चलता है. ठीक है. फिर प्रासारित सृष्टि विवृद्धे त्वया स्वमाया. Now how that sneha pasha is finally cut? See, atma subodha hetina. Now these words, when Uddhavji and such people talk, they contain loads and loads of acknowledgements, gratitudes and meanings. We have to have patience, we have to have little hold on the language, we should have the love for the Shastra, we should feel to understand it, तब जाकर इसमें का सारा रस ग्रहण होगा. सारा रस ग्रहण. So Heti is the khadga. The देखो सुबह विष्णु सहस्रनाम also same. Vidya Rupaya, Bhagavan has got the, what is that? The Nandaki Namaka Khadga in the hand, which is Vidya Rupa. Vidya Rupaya Nandaki Namna Khadgam Asya Aste Asti Ataha Nandaki is his name. Bhagavan has got Khadga in his hand. His name is Nandaki. And that is nothing but the Vidya Rupa. Because only the Vidya which cuts asunder, Vidya Rupi Khadga, cuts asunder all the Avidya Pasha, Ajnana Pasha. So, Chitva, Jnana Asina Chitva Enam Samshayam Yoga Mahatishta Uttishta Bharata. In the 4th chapter, last sloka, I am afraid, बहुत डर लगता है मुझे, गीता शुरू करूंगा तो 20 साल तक खत्म नहीं होगा वो. 20 साल बाद. So many things in Gita, every word, every shloka. वही डर ही लगता है. It what at the end of life only we take Gita करते भगवान के चरण में. By the way, I'm just telling. So there also the knowledge is compared with the sword that alone can cut asunder the ajnana. In 15th chapter also, it is only through the shastra of the asanga that samsara vriksha chedanam we have to do. Then go towards Bhagwan. अब पकड़ के रखोगे, फंसते जाओगे, धसते जाओगे. अब करे क्या? कसते जाओगे. It is our own choice. Now, Heti is Khadga. Subodha Heti. And next word used was Atma Subodha Hetina. Subodha is crystal clear intellectual knowledge, crystal clear sadhanas to realize that knowledge and experience, and perfect doing of those sadhanas and realizing the experience, in the experience, the self. That is called as Atma Subodha. Atma Subodha itself is a Heti or Khadga. Here what is said is Atma Subodha. Bhagavan Adi Shankara said as Vidya. So Vidya Khadga, Atma Subodha Khadga. That's name of the Khadga is Nandaki. Here the name of Khadga is not given, but Khadga hai जो आपने हमको दिया. आत्म सुबोध नामक खड्ग से ये जो स्नेह पाश अभी फाइनली टूट गए. Now the beauty is what? When the sneha pashas of attachments have gone away with the jnanam, not that we have gone away from these people of the world, not that we become irresponsible, not that we started hating them. It is the other way around. The earlier we had the attachment of sneha pasha with some expectation from them. Now, without any expectation, instead of attachment, we pour our love towards them. Not only that, we were bound by only this set of people earlier, that too with attachment. Now the entire universe is my own family, my own expression, my own Lord's expression. Therefore, the love has become infinite, the selfishness has become zero. Therefore, misery became zero, happiness became infinite. देखो वेदांत के तत्व ज्ञान से आसक्ति वाले संबंध टूट जाते हैं, देहादि तादात्म्य वाले संबंध टूट जाते हैं, लेकिन आत्म संबंध हमेशा रहता है. फ्रॉम द आत्म दृष्टि ऑल आर मी. Not only these few people whom I thought of, relatives, blood relation, this relation, that relation, relatively they are relative. Absolutely everyone is me. Which is great. Absolute are relative. That's why they're all called relatives, not absolutes. Absolute is Paramatma. आत्म सुबोध हेति के द्वारा स्नेह पाश मेरा टूट गया. You see the interesting thing. As long as Sneha Pasha is there, so long the Atma Bodha will not happen. Atma Bodha, as long it doesn't happen, Sneha Pasha will not be cut asunder. हम दोनों जगह हमको फंसने का भी चांस है और मुक्त होने का भी चांस है. फंसने का चांस क्या है? नेवर कटिंग इवन लिटिल द स्नेह पाशा and never going for the Atma Bodha. We can continue in the samsara. But dheere dheere we can kato by doing both. Ourselves reduce our involvement in all that sneha pasha and ourselves little by little involving in the Atma Bodha through the satsanga, through the sadhana. The more satsanga के द्वारा ज्ञान बढ़ता है, to that extent the sneha pasha goes away. Sneha pasha going means I have nothing to gain from anything or anybody. In fact, I am to give to them my own love and service. Sneha is attachment. And any sneha, even if it's not attachment, it is out of pure love, but denied of, or deprived of, or without the jnanam that they are also Paramatma Swarupa, if not today, tomorrow, that sneha will bind us. Therefore, आत्म ज्ञान के उपरांत होने वाले सब में मैं हूँ भावना के द्वारा जन्मित प्रेम ही सच्चा प्रेम है. एनी अदर प्रेम वो सच्चा नहीं, वो कच्चा है और वो बच्चा है. अच्छा नहीं है. So now come to the whole top context. Hey Bhagavan, you gave the khadga of Atma Subodha Heti, because of which Sneha Pasha is cut. This is one way of expression. This one sloka is completely one sadhana. Above me what did he said? You have given me the Jnanamaya Pradipaha, therefore the Maha Mohandakara gone away, therefore Sitam Tamo Bhayam Rupi Samsara gone. So ऊपर वाला करो या नीचे वाला करो या दोनों मिलकर करो समझकर, पर क्या करने जान के करो और वही करो जो करने से मुक्ति मिलेगी. So this is how these shlokas are so beautiful. Now how you have to translate into your own practice, it is your homework. Every word's meaning is explained, total shloka's theme is explained, how we have to understand it in our spiritual evolution from this class 1 or step 1 till ultimate, that also is told. It is everyone's job to repeatedly listen, note down your own notes, points, then feel inside. For that, try doing it. And for that, you need tremendous amount of energy and lot of time. And that energy and time, we are wasting lavishly, all in all our bhoga. Some are in bhoga, some are in pseudo dharma, some are imaginary seva to the world. Compared to our own mukti giving Atma Jnana, Atma Sadhana, all these are bevakufi only. Therefore, first come out of your own selfishnesses and do the duties. Second, from the duties, go to the services. From the services, go to the service of Bhagavan and Guru. From there, come only in the pursuit of Jnanam, of the Tattvam, through the Shastram. Theoretical, Shravanam, Grahanam, Dharanam, Abhyasam, Anubhuti. This is how 5 steps we have to do. Now it is over. Now what is final therefore? You gave me jnanam. From the self standpoint, you and I are one. Now the upadhis are still there. Oh Lord, now order me what further I have to do. And this last sloka is so beautiful. Tomorrow we'll talk more on it. Namostute Maha Yogin. See, Arjuna says Yogeshwareshwara, not Arjuna, Sanjaya. Arjuna says Mahayogeshwaro Harihi Darshayamasa Parthaya. See, 11th chapter also Mahayogeshwara word used for Krishna by Sanjaya. 18th chapter last also Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, that also. Arjuna also says in 2-3 places Yoga Atman Yoga Krishna ko Yogeshwar. Yoga means the one who knows all the upayas for helping all these serious sadhakas to reach to him and get mukti. There's a big subject again some other time. So here Namostute Mahayogin. Tomorrow I'll talk on this more. Oh Lord, you are a Mahayogi. My salutations to you. Prapannam. I am surrendered to you. Anushadhimam. Instruct me. Now see the not a paradox but Vichitra. Here after all the knowledge is gained, Uddhava says, I have surrendered to you. Instruct me. In Gita, all ignorance and frustration in Arjuna, in the beginning only asks, I am surrendering to you. Please instruct me. है ना कार्पण्य दोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढचेताः यत् श्रेयस्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम. So tvam prapannam mam anushadhi. Here also prapannam anushadhi mam. Same words. What Krishna, Arjuna said, same Uddhavaji. That's why what is given in Gita by Krishna to Arjuna is given also by Krishna again to Uddhava. There was just war was beginning. Here the calamity between of the fighting between all the Yadavas yet to begin. कल परसों शुरू होगा. ये कथा हो जाते ही उद्धव जी चले आते हैं. Immediately all the Yadavas. That means what? Before the Paraspara Yuddha starts of any sort, gain the Jnanam and enter into Mukti. Don't be a part of the Yuddha to get beaten or beat. Anyway, Namostute Mahayogin Prapannam Anubhashadimam. I am surrendered to you, instruct to me. And what I want from you, still one desire I have. Whatever Yatha Tvat Charanam Bhoje Rati Syadanapai. He has such a joy gaining because of his devotion at the feet of the Lord that आप कुछ भी इंस्ट्रक्ट करो वेदांत ज्ञान योगा कुछ भी करो मैं सब करूंगा but see to it that my devotion love at your feet is not taken away or removed or disturbed because उसमें जो मजा है और किसी में नहीं. You understand? यथा त्वच्चरणाम भोजे रति स्यात् अनपायिनी. अनपायिनी means जो अपाय नहीं होता, that doesn't go away. So may I have the eternal devotion at your feet, that way you instruct me. Means that's what dasatva, bhrutyatva, sevaka lakshana, bhakta lakshana, shishya lakshana. See, in our own experience may become one with Brahman, but in the, while expressing the world outside, to the world which is expression of God, to our own Guru who has given all this knowledge, to the Lord in any of the Rupa, to the Paramatma, we have to be always Bhrutya only. That's why we said Dasoham outside, Soham inside. So this shloka needs little more explanation. We'll do it tomorrow. In that, Uddhavji asked Lord to give him instructions further what to do. Then Bhagavan obviously tells Gachodo Mayadishtaha Vadaryakyam Mamashramam. And in those 5 or 4 shlokas, 3, 4 mein, 4.5, Bhagavan again, as if out of his love and compassion, not to leave even little chance for Uddhavji to distract or anything. Again in 7, 8 points, he gives strict instructions. That's because Uddhava asked. Same with in the Taittiriya Upanishad also. Everything is taught, but at the time of convocation, to ensure Shishyas have asked and to ensure the Guru also told them all the instructions. Veda Manuchya Acharya Antevasana Manushasti Satyamada Dharmam Chara Swadhyayan Ma Pramadaha etc. 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 That means what? Before the Jnana to gain Jnana. After jnana, to convert into sadhana, through sadhana into anubhuti. Even after anubhuti, what we have to do, we have to take instructions from Guru and God, only do it. Never seek freedom. Freedom is bondage. Bound to Guru and Shastra is real freedom. That's why Gurudev says freedom is not to do what you feel like doing. That is the slavery to the mind. Instead of slave to the mind, just surrender to Shastra and Guru, do what they say, you're always safe. Some more things, let us enjoy them tomorrow. After this portion of Krishna's final instructions happen and they get separated, Uddhava goes to Badri, Krishna to again Dwaraka Prabhasa Kshetram. Then Shukadevji in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beautiful slokas. Oh, he will just tell us how great is Uddhavji, how great Krishna, how great, grand, glorious is this entire 11 Skandha's teachings. तो मैं सोचा कल गीता जयंती है, खत्म करें, नहीं होगा, नहीं होगा तो क्या, हमको क्या फर्क पड़ता है, जो चल रहा है चले दो, 1 more day, 2 more days, let it happen, let us enjoy as much as possible the study of the Shastra. Thank you for all for your patient listening. Lord Krishna, Suti Mata, bless all of us for that final experience. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. हरि ओम. हरि ओम all. Don't run away. Let us have our अध्यात्म रामायण. इतना आनंद लिया.